Assalamu alaikum and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Raja Abila. I am a spiritual coach, and today we will be exploring how to use the divine name for healing. So if you would like to receive more information or more content about Dhikr, what names you can use for emotional balance to help you with your mental health, this will be a good resource for you. So just go ahead and subscribe into my channel. So for today, I want to talk to you about how to use the divine names for healing purposes. And I'm going to be sharing with you what it has been helpful for me in my practice, and also sitting in circle with many different with many women. So there is it's like a very simple process, but I have found that it's very powerful. So the first step is really make sure that you sit down and you have the time and the intention to practice the divine names and this recitation in a very mindful way. So the first thing is find a space, where you can be comfortable. Ideally that you won't have any interruptions, your phone is going to be off, like you won't have any, you can be very present. And I always like to start to anything that I do when it comes to reflection or really connecting, like in a deeper way with Allah and His guidance, to start with a couple of deep breaths. So you can inhale through the nose and exhale slowly through the mouth. You can do that. You can do that 3 times. So you inhale through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And again, slowly inhaling through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth. You can do this for 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. So the more that you do that, the more present that you are going to be, and you will notice how this can change the practice of the recitation of these divine names. So first thing, sit in a comfortable position, no interruptions, take a couple of deep breaths. Second thing is, when you are going to recite a name, I always encourage people to see what is specifically the need that you are looking to fulfill with this divine name. For example, Ashakur. Ashakur, we know is the grateful one, is the one that'll help us to connect with that gratitude. But also this name, for example, help us to see the abundance that Allah is giving us when we are in that mentality of lack. So either you can recite that name, for example, when you want to express that gratitude to Allah, but also if you're having the challenge in this moment to be able to be grateful, to be able to see the cup full. So you can actually express that. And before you start the recitation, I always like to start with that. What is my intention? What is my need? My need in this moment is I'm not feeling that gratitude that I would love to experience in my heart. So with that intention in mind, you just start reciting the name. And the third step is like making dua. So like, for example, in this case, if this is the challenge that you are experiencing right now, you can even say, okay, yeah, Allah, I'm having this challenge. I don't feel so much gratitude as I would love to have in my heart right now. So I'm asking you to please help me to feel that gratitude in my heart, so I can, praise you better, or I can see your abundance, or I can get out of this lack mentality. So you ask, like you do a dua, you make a dua when you are actually asking Allah to help you, because you are verbalizing this. It's like kind of like having a dialogue with Allah. So these 3 steps are very important. And then you can just go ahead and recite the divine name that you are intending to recite. I have noticed this is very powerful when we really become very specific, and we have the time and we have the intention to verbalize what is our need and what are we looking, because Allah knows what is in our heart. Of course He knows. But I have found very powerful when we verbalize that to him, because it's in other ways is that we are seeking and we are turning to him to seek for his help in that specific issue that we might be experiencing. So this is very powerful, and my invitation to you is like, as I said, like make sure that you have that time, like maybe that's 5 or 10 minutes to just do this practice. You recite the names and you recite with that intention, with that need. Imagine like a baby calling her mom, right? So with that intention, with that longing, you just recite it every day. Some days you might feel something, you might feel some shifts, you might notice some things. Might be other days that you don't feel maybe anything, and that's fine, because this is a process. So just give some time to yourself. Maybe do the repetition of this divine name for a couple weeks and see how it goes, until something it will shift. There is not a secret recipe that I can tell you, okay, repeat this name X amount of days or X amount of times and things will change. But what I can tell you is, if you are consistent with this practice and you just go with that longing and that specific need and asking Allah, you're making dua for this, inshallah, you will see the benefits of reciting the divine names. So whatever you are experiencing right now, just look for a name that might help you to work through that. And if you are not very 100% sure, even you can recite just the name Allah, right? Because he encompasses all his divine attributes. So if you like this content, if you find it valuable, just leave me a comment. If you have any questions maybe about divine names that you can recite for certain specific things, inshallah, I will do my best to trying to guide you. And just subscribe to my channel to see more about Dhikr and how you can use the divine names and divine attributes for healing. So inshallah, Allah will be the source of your healing that will manifest through many aspects in the creation. I always and 100% believe that Allah is, the healer, and whatever people we come into our path or we cross paths, it's a manifestation of his help. So the more intentional we are in what are we seeking, and we are able to express those feelings of discomfort and telling, communicate to him what we are experiencing, the more open that we are able to receive his healing. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for my next video. Assalamu alaikum.